Hey everyone, this is Mike,
And I'm Michelle.
and we are.
Mommy's Fat Life.
And today we're going to talk about, is the Carnival Sunshine worth it in 2024, and go over the pros and cons of the Carnival Sunshine. Now, we're only going to go over what we've experienced this time on this cruise here in 2024. We have been on the Sunshine 4 or 5 times now. Love the ship. But we're going to give you an update in 2024 what we think about it, because the Sunshine's not the cheapest cruise you can go out of. And
surprisingly, it's expensive.
Maybe that's just because it's the only thing in the middle of the U.S. as far as up and down the East Coast. I know they have Norfolk and they got Baltimore, Maryland now, and it's moving from Charleston to Norfolk in 2025. But we're just going to go over what we experienced. So we're not going to go over everything. So let's talk about let's go with the cons first. Normally we do the pros first.
Oh.
Let's talk about the cons first. So we had room 7323, and we'll be showing highlights of some of these areas as we talk about this. It was an interior room, and we got it pretty late in the game here because we were going to try to plan a cruise with another family. And it just didn't work out. And we booked it probably only about 2 months before the cruise. Right. And we were just not a big fan of that room.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, it's probably the worst room we've ever had. Now, it was for 3 people, me and Michelle and Anthony. I think if it would have been for 2 people, it would have been okay. But it did not have the pull down from the top. It had the kind of rollaway bed, the trundle, and just was too crowded, right, Michelle?
Oh my gosh, it was so crowded. And we love each other, but that's just too close for
3
comfort.
people and a teenager now. Yeah, it was too close for comfort.
I mean, you couldn't even walk past his bed. Literally, we had like this much room in the walkway to get past his bed. So it was not good.
All right, the second con we had was dinner buffet was limited. Now, we're not big buffet people. Now, we did go out on the Celebrity Reflection this past year and just was spoiled to death about the buffet area. But
whole different story.
The dinner buffet was very limited with Carnival. And usually they didn't have a lot of the sections open. It was kind of limited to one section as well. So everybody came to that one or two sections.
They had 2 sections, but they were identical.
Right. And it was the exact same food and just not a lot of variety there in our opinion.
Not at all.
The next one is breakfast buffet. Bacon was not every day. Now, we've known that for a while now, but we just want to bring that up.
It frustrates
other
me.
Cruise lines, they have bacon every day. But on this cruise, and we're big bacon people.
I like bacon and French toast, and they had those on alternating days.
Yeah, but not every day. So you're limited on your bacon.
Yes.
Let's see. Also, Michelle said that in the breakfast buffet area, that the French toast, all the containers were empty.
Right. On both sides. And I know that's just kind of petty, but they should keep things refilled.
Right. Now, so listen, we are going to get nitpicky on this. So we know everything's not perfect. We love Carnival. We continue to go with Carnival.
Yes.
We've got 2 more cruises booked on Carnival, but we're just trying to give you guys honest feedback from this past cruise that we just got off of about, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, maybe. And this is our last video of the series. Unsupervised Kids. We had a rough time. Now, that's not Carnival's fault. It's not the Sunshine's fault.
No.
But we went during the summertime when school was out.
And I think that we're not going to do that again.
Yeah, we've actually got a vlog on that. Go check it out on our last sea day and how the kids were acting out. But just, parents be parents, man. I know you can't be around your kids all the time, but just know what they're doing.
Step up and take care of your kids.
Be a parent. Yeah. I know kids were being kids, but when it ruins other people's vacation.
When we're scared to leave our luggage out in the hall without the door open so we could watch them. That's really...
Yeah, we had to prop our door open just to watch our luggage because we was afraid kids would do stuff with them. They were just, it was a bad situation. But hey, we're almost through these cons. Let's keep on here and then we'll go to these pros. There's a lot of pros too. All right, the next item is Overcrowded Leos, and that's about every cruise ship, right, Michelle?
I don't think that we've gotten away from that yet.
No, almost every cruise ship is feels like the Lido is just like overbearing with people. And we get that. So we don't lay out a lot at the Lido area. I mean, we do like to go up there and maybe try to grab a chair underneath some shade or something every once in a while. But you almost can't even do that.
Yeah,
Now we did find a spot the day we did go out there.
It was way on down.
But it was near the kids area in the back of the ship.
Yeah, it wasn't the Lido.
It was the deck up. Yeah. Michelle, the next thing?
Oh, the casino was way too smoky. I don't know if the filtration was not doing its job, but it was really smoky.
It was really bad. Now, the casino was pretty booked. I mean, a lot of people were in there.
A lot of people were in there.
Yeah, but it was just, man, it was extremely smoky. Hey, in the South, we know we probably smoke more than anybody else. But it was really bad. And even smokers were complaining about how smoky it was. Also, another thing that, and this kind of all goes together, was I noticed a lot of kids in there. Like there was kids gambling underage. I heard them behind me at the slot machine. I guess they used their parents' cards to put it in the machine. But yeah, they were underage gambling, and they were just walking throughout the casino area quite a bit. Now, it wasn't like 100 of them or nothing like that. It was like maybe 3 or 4 of them, but
and this is different because we have been on ships before that they shoot Anthony right through.
Yeah, I mean, we could not just in the walkway, like the main walkway. He'd stop while I came and met and said something to him or gave them something. They would like, hurt. You can't stay in here. You got to go.
So this was a change.
Yeah, it definitely was a change. And next is MDR booths are not fluffy friendly. So I'm a big guy trying to lose some weight, but these MDR booths, they don't move. The table doesn't move.
Which we understand that.
We understand that. And listen, this is not for everybody. It's only if you're big like me. But the table was right on my belly when I tried to sit in there. And I know different body types for people is differently because somebody my size may be fine in there. But it did not help me out. No, we had to end up moving to another area like a table. And you can ask for a table. But
and that's what we ended up doing every time.
Yeah, just wanted to warn you about that ahead of time. Michelle, next.
And this, again, is just a Charleston thing, which is coming to an end. But the embarkation and debarkation process, with all the different stops in the buildings and the getting on transportation and going, I mean, it's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah, I think we got on the ship, even with Faster to Fun, which it bypassed a lot of people in like 59 minutes.
Yes, and we bypassed a lot of people.
It was under an hour. But still, it's a long process. We've gotten on other cruise lines and other Carnival ships at other ports and be in within 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 at the most. But it is a long time. So again, this is ending at the end of December, unless they're not going to keep it there and they move it somewhere else, and that'll change. But it is a long process. So factor that in if you're going, between now and the end of the year. That it's going to take an hour and 15 minutes. Now, we've heard other people get through in 30, 40 minutes. I don't know how, because we've been on 4 or 5 cruises out of there and this is the first time we've ever got less than an hour with Faster to the Fun.
Right. And we bypassed a lot of people, and we were moving pretty quickly through it, but it's just a very convoluted process.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the pros, Michelle. Right. Let's talk about the pros on the ship, and there's a lot of pros. And again, we're just saying this time based off what we've experienced this cruise, not everything we love about the Sunshine, because we have other videos out on that already. Right. But number one, Michelle?
For the size of the ship, there's a lot of food options.
Oh, yes. There's a lot of food options. A lot of good food, too. We love the deli. We love Gigi's, Cucina's, and then you can eat those during the daytime in the Havana Bar area. That's the captain's pasta bar, and then also like Mongolian wok during the daytime. Okay. They've got pizza, they've got the deli, they got sushi on deck. I think it's 4. They got the steakhouse. I mean, they got specialty dining, paid options above. The steakhouse is really good.
And of course, you've got Guys and Blue Iguana.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of food options for one of the. It's the oldest ship in the Carnival fleet, but it has a lot of food options.
It's one of the small ones.
And it's a lot bigger than some, but we're going out on the Pride here in the next month or two, and I'm a little concerned about it because it doesn't have near the food options as Carnival Sunshine. That's a little bit smaller than the Sunshine too, but like there's hardly any specialty dining on it.
We're
This
going to
one's
be
got
eating
quite a bit.
steakhouse a lot, I have a feeling.
Maybe 2 nights. I don't know. All right, so next, and I kind of mentioned it already, is the Havana Bar area. We absolutely love that area. Mm-hmm. You got a nice bar there. Bartenders are great.
They have snacks out there.
Yeah, the view is great. They got morning snacks, lunch snacks, little sandwiches for breakfast, little was it Cubans or Rubens and stuff like that. They have those back in that area. It's a great area to sit and eat.
It is.
Nice big tables, a lot of tables, so you don't have booths.
Yes, it's not crowded and cramped.
Absolutely love it. Love that area.
Yes. So this kind of goes along with that. In the Havana area, there are, in the mornings, they have omelette stations. So there's a big omelette station there, in addition to the one they have out in the main buffet area.
Yeah, you can go back there. There's usually 2 lines, and you have your omelet made personally customized to what you want, and they have it out in the main area as well. But they don't fall asleep on that. Go back there, get you a table, go get you some food. They have other things like muffins and bagels and toast and fruit back there. But we love that about the Havana Bar area on the Sunshine. Next is the Ocean Plaza area.
That's our hangout.
That's our hangout area. We love it. They usually have a band playing in the Ocean Plaza area. You have the Red Frog Pub on one side. You got the Alchemy Bar on the other.
Yes.
They have karaoke there. They have bands there. They have trivia there. Absolutely love that area.
Trivia, but we sit out there and watch others do it.
Yep. So we actually like that area quite a bit. It's just our hangout area.
Yes.
And the Red Frog Pub, I think we'll talk about that. Yeah, that's actually next on the list.
Yes.
Love that area as well. A lot of times it's not that crowded, so I hope they don't change that down the road because a lot of the newer ships do away with it. But they have karaoke back there. They have music. They got a nice bar.
Yes. They got games back there.
For kids, and you just kind of hang out. And sometimes during the daytime, like on our last sea day, it was raining outside, and we just as a family went there and hung out. And we were about the only ones in there.
We were. We played on our phones and talked, and it was quiet.
Yes. Have a good time. So next is the Alchemy Bar, which, listen, I've not been the greatest fan of the Alchemy Bar on the Sunshine. We've got shushed a few times on that during the daytime, and I was upset with it.
Sunshine.
Yep. But listen, this Alchemy Bar was on point this time. And I know a lot of people love the Alchemy Bar, but the drinks were great. The bartenders were great. You got you a martini, I think, and I got me a Blanton on the rocks. Yeah, don't kill me for that. But it was just a good atmosphere there.
Mike got me a cucumber sunrise, and oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
And don't forget, throwing this back up there, don't forget the watermelon martini up at the steakhouse. You can go in there and just get that and leave. You don't have to stay there. But even the Alchemy Bar would tell you that's the best watermelon martini on the ship is from the steakhouse because they use real watermelon. They put real watermelon slices in it.
I think that's the best martini I have ever had. And we had some good ones on Celebrity Reflection. We did, that's the best one I've ever had.
So next is James Love. Now he's from Virginia. No, he's a country boy, but
you couldn't tell that by looking at him.
No, you couldn't tell he's a country boy. But let me tell you what, James Love, and he may be on another ship. The cruise director on the ship, to me, was not obnoxious. I'm not a big cruise director fan. I'm not a fanboy.
We don't follow. Yeah.
We don't get me wrong. We have nothing against them.
No, not at all.
But sometimes they get a little obnoxious, in my opinion, when they're
especially over the intercom.
Yeah. But James Love, I thought, did a good job of keeping us abreast of what's going on, not being overly abreast of what was going on, and we enjoyed him. I mean, he came out one night in the Ocean Plaza area,
kept it lively and going.
There was some kids there that were special needs, and he got them involved, and then gave them all like a prize for dancing on the dance floor. So it was really nice, and I thought he did a really good job, and he wasn't obnoxious.
No, doesn't come over the intercom with all of that obnoxiousness.
Yeah,
and he's a nice guy.
Yeah. All right, Michelle, next.
All right, so this is very, very specific to this sailing that we went on. But we had the greatest photographer. We don't normally get pictures.
No, we don't.
But he was so funny, and he had us cracking
and
up.
He went above and beyond, and his pictures were great.
They were.
We got to put those framed. We hadn't had them framed yet. But yeah, he did a really good job. Normally we bypass photographers. We've not purchased photos since our very first cruise.
I know.
And that canvas is still rolled up in the corner somewhere. But this one we got we should have bought them in advance. But the gentleman did a great job, and as a family and individual photos, they were great. And he cracked us up. I mean, he would do things and like put your hand here, and then he'd be like, "Oh, don't do that." And
it was fun. We laughed hard.
He kept us rolling the whole time, so he was great. I thought.
So our reactions and our posing, it was posed.
It was genuine.
It was genuine.
When we were smiling, we were really laughing because he had us cracked up, and he was really good.
Yes.
All right. Customer service and room steward. Our customer service we thought was really good on the ship.
It really was.
The room steward was excellent. It's the first time we've had a female room steward.
Yes, she was on point.
It really doesn't matter if they're male or female.
No, it's just the first.
It's the first one we've ever had, but she did an awesome job. Asked for ice. She brought it usually twice a day when I only asked for it once a day.
Without being asked.
She would come back in the room at night if we wasn't in there and get us more ice. She would empty it out and give us fresh ice. Yes. So, take care of your room steward. Tip them good if they're doing a good job. She did an outstanding job, and I was very happy with how she took care of the room and how she also kept bringing us ice back. And you got to take care. You got to take care of them when they do that.
And all of our service was really good, except for the one lady at the.
Yeah, that should have been in the cons, but we did have an issue with the lady at the steakhouse. She didn't want me videoing in there, and it was pretty obvious in the video going back and looking at it. Even before I came in, she was like,
nasty.
But hey, we're in the pros part. We're not in the cons part. So,
but aside from her, we had excellent service.
Yeah. So next was C-Day Brunch. We got C-Day Brunch twice. It was very good. I got the burger one time. I got the what's it called? Huevos Rancheros eggs. How can I forget that?
I don't know.
But yes, excellent. The burger I got was juicy. It was good, and I enjoyed my breakfast both days. The wait was not too bad. They had a singer last day, and he had this big, powerful country voice.
Little guy.
And he was from the Philippines. We asked our waiter, and he said, "Yeah, he's from the Philippines." And he had one of the best country voices I've ever heard.
We were looking around trying to find where this voice is coming from.
Yeah, and then here comes this little guy, probably 100 pounds or less, with this big, powerful country voice, and he sounded great.
He did.
Michelle, what's next?
The steakhouse and Gigi's. The steakhouse was excellent. It was so good.
Yeah, we also did Caccino's. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, for the money, $18 per person, I think it's a good price.
Can't beat that.
But yeah, Gigi's was outstanding, and the steakhouse was outstanding.
Yes, Gigi's. So much food, though.
Yeah, I wish you could almost say I want to buy it for 2 instead of 3, or just tell them not. I mean, I guess next time we could tell them not to bring as much out, because as much as we like to eat, it's way too much. I mean, we had to throw a lot away.
Yes, and I feel so very wasteful.
Yeah.
Because there's no way the 3 of us could even come close to eating.
No, because when you go to Gigi's, you get 3 items each if you're paying for 3. So we would get 3 different, main entrees and then sides and all that.
And it comes out family style in big bowls that you all share, but it's just too much.
Right.
But it's delicious.
Yep. And then, so I also want to talk about exiting the port. Exiting was very easy. You go down to deck 1 or 0, and we were in the rear of the ship, and a lot of times you're getting off in the middle or the front. So we would just go ahead and take the elevator down to 1 and then walk down.
Right.
And we were in the rear of the ship, the aft of the ship, and it was really easy.
It was easy.
Getting on and off. And
it's still the same convoluted Charleston, but it was fast. It moved much faster than it has in the past.
Right. So listen, that's all of our pros and cons. Now listen, there's a lot of other great things about this ship that we did not include in here. Like, to me, in my opinion, we didn't go this time, so I can't count it. But to me, they have the best serenity area for that older of a ship. It's got one of the best serenity areas. out there. The main dining room, we heard the food was good. We didn't eat at the main dining room.
We didn't.
In a 5-day cruise, we didn't go to the main dining room not one time.
Guys was good.
Getting on and off the ship and the porch was great.
It was.
But yeah, guys was great. We did eat there. We didn't include that in here, but it was good. And Blue Iguana was good as well for breakfast. I mean, so there's a lot of pros about this ship. One of the cons, I think, and maybe it'll change once it gets up to Baltimore, is it's not a cheap cruise. And I don't think any of the cruises are cheap anymore. But this Sunshine, even though it's the oldest ship in the fleet, it has been updated several times. And it's actually going to be updated again in January.
It goes.
Yeah, it goes to dry dock in January. So I don't know what else they're doing. I did hear they were doing away with the cafe area, the blue Java Blue. Or they're actually moving it. So that's going to change that area up a little bit on deck 5 around the Ocean Plaza area. I don't know what else they're going to do in that area. But hey, tell us what you think.
Yeah.
We absolutely love the Carnival Sunshine. It's moving to Norfolk next year in 2025. We got a couple of cruises booked already, but we may have to figure out a way to go back on the Carnival Sunshine.
It's definitely the most convenient for us to get there. And we love it.
Yep. Love the Carnival Sunshine. Thank you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Join us also on Facebook at Lovey's Fat Life. Hey, we just like talking about cruising and traveling in general. We cruise quite a bit, but we love traveling as well. And the FAT stands for food and travel. I hadn't said that in a while. A little play on words there, but we have a great time. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.